Do you want a laptop with the latest 10th gen Intel and NVIDIA RTX Super hardware under the hood? Do you want a system with a 4K UHD HDR display that's Adobe RGB calibrated and X-Rite Pantone certified? Do you want a portable rig that's capable of editing high-resolution videos, all in a body that's less than an inch thick? You'll get all that, plus a fingerprint sensor, in the new Gigabyte Aero 17 HDR. Gigabyte's Aero line has been around since 2017, and previous models have received high marks from reviewers. This latest upgrade comes complete with Intel's 10th generation mobile processors and NVIDIA's 2070 and 2080 Super GPU designs, along with one of the most appealing displays ever put on a laptop for content creators. The new Aero 17 HDR systems come in a few different configurations, ranging all the way up to an Intel Core i9-10980 HK CPU, an RTX 2080 Super graphics card, a 1TB SSD, and 64 gigs of memory. A serious powerhouse of a mobile system ready to absolutely crush your on-the-go content creation tasks. The model we had our hands on for this video comes in at a significantly lower price point without sacrificing much in terms of actual hardware. With its i7-10875H CPU, 2070 Super GPU, and 16 gigs of memory, it's still way more than enough machine to handle what you need to throw at it. And unless you are the kind of person who regularly needs to edit massive amounts of 8K video footage on the go, it might be a better fit for you than the fully loaded version. This model comes in at a starting price of $2,899, and you can find links to it and the other versions of the Aero 17 HDR in the description below this video. Whether you pick a Core i7 or Core i9 model, what you're getting with Intel's 10th gen Comet Lake H series processors is power. The top-of-the-line i9-10980HK offers a base speed of 2.4 GHz and an incredible max single-core turbo frequency of 5.3 GHz, which is why Intel refers to this new CPU as the world's fastest mobile processor. Intel also has some launch comparison benchmarks to share with these new CPUs, comparing them against a 3-year-old system sporting an i7-7000 series processor. Up against that competition, you could expect up to 2 times faster 4K video rendering and export, and up to 54% more frames per second in gaming, just from a CPU perspective alone. Check out the Intel News link in the description below this video for more comparison details. The Aero 17 HDR also features the latest top-tier tech from NVIDIA in the form of their new RTX 2070 Super and 2080 Super cards engineered for mobile form factors. Both the 2070 and 2080 cards fall under NVIDIA's Max-Q designs, which means the cards must meet certain standards of performance and power efficiency while also staying quiet with a target of 40 A-weighted decibels or better. Max-Q designated laptops represent the pinnacle of engineering when it comes to portable systems packing NVIDIA cards. And you can see that when you look at the Aero 17 HDR. Considering all the power you're getting, the fact that it's just 5.5 pounds and is only 0.84 inches thick is seriously impressive. But there's an important factor to consider when you're packing this much hardware oomph into a slim laptop body: cooling. And Gigabyte is proud of their WindForce Infinity tech. The Aero 17 HDR comes with 2 71-blade fans and 5 heat pipes, along with 11 vents, adding up to 30% better heat dissipation overall. Now, as impressive as the Intel and NVIDIA tech in the new Aero is, the real star of the show just might be the display. It's hard to even know where to start talking about it, but let's begin with the edges. On 3 sides, you've got an ultra-thin 3mm bezel, which gives you 17.3 inches of usable screen space and an 89% screen-to-body ratio. The 4K UHD IPS anti-glare display also comes with a host of impressive certifications and pre-calibrated settings. First, it's X-Rite Pantone Certified, since Gigabyte has been working with the color authorities at Pantone for years to ensure their creator-focused laptops meet the highest standards of color accuracy. The Aero 17 HDR's display is also among the brightest and most colorful available in a laptop, meeting the VESA Display HDR 400 standard and supporting 100% of the Adobe RGB color gamut. This is crucial for visual professionals, like photographers and video editors, and is especially key if you'll be working with any Ultra HD footage. So, who is this laptop for? As with previous Aero models, the Aero 17 HDR is aimed more at content creators than gamers, and while the 10th gen Intel and NVIDIA Super power under the hood means the system is capable of delivering top performance even in demanding RTX-on games, you'll be making a bit of a compromise with the creator-tuned display, since the high resolution and HDR capabilities mean the screen has a 60Hz refresh rate. That's fine for slower-paced games, but not what you'll want for competitive, fast-moving titles. If you want a system primarily for gaming, you might want to look at some of Gigabyte's Aorus laptops, which we'll link to below this video. Or if you want the best of both worlds, you could combine the Aero 17 HDR with an Aorus gaming monitor for an agile, ultra-powerful setup that can do it all. The Aero 17 HDR is also one of a new batch of RTX Studio designated laptops, specifically engineered for creators, rather than the gamers normally associated with the NVIDIA brand. These laptops leverage the power of NVIDIA's latest hardware along with NVIDIA Studio drivers, distinct from the GeForce gaming drivers you might be more familiar with. NVIDIA Studio drivers are designed with content creation apps in mind and are optimized for tasks like video editing and working with Autodesk Maya. If you're buying a laptop like the Aero 17 HDR, you're likely looking for a machine that can handle creative design tasks. The hardware under the hood combined with the NVIDIA Studio drivers mean that it's specifically designed with exactly those tasks in mind. The Aero 17 HDR will deliver around 8 hours of battery life and features increased power efficiency thanks to a partnership with Microsoft's Azure machine learning platform. The system will use Azure AI to automatically and dynamically adjust the CPU and wattage settings for different apps, helping users experience solid performance no matter their needs. Each configuration of the Aero 17 HDR also comes with one Thunderbolt 3 port to enable you to take advantage of the massive bandwidth offered by that connection, along with a suite of mini DP, HDMI, and USB connectivity options. It also has a built-in webcam cover for extra privacy, and yes, a fingerprint sensor compatible with Windows Hello sign-on. All in all, the Gigabyte Aero 17 HDR is a powerhouse for creators, combining video and photo editing focused features with Intel's industry-best single-core mobile performance. If you've been dreaming about a portable system with a 4K HDR screen and hardware that can handle the most demanding video workflows, Gigabyte's new laptops deliver. Check out the links in the description below for pricing and availability of the different Aero 17 HDR configurations.